Let's get it, 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 let's get it. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Club Shay Shay does it again. Club Shay Shay does it again. I mean, he is absolutely, again, as a podcast host, you got to show respect. Respect the ones that are really doing it at a high level. Comes out with another fire episode, and I'll be honest, I don't normally listen to the entire episodes of Club Shay Shay. They're too long. All right, I got my own stuff to put out there, so I don't normally listen to the entire episodes, but this one that he just dropped is the week of the day of this recording. I'm recording this on February 23rd, Friday, February 23rd, 2024. The one he just dropped with Johnny Manziel, I listened to the entire. I listened to clips and I listened to the entire thing. And he absolutely brought it in. And it really depends on the guest. And that's kind of the way content is consumed these days. It's not a lot of loyal followers. You got to understand people are consumers of content. And when you get a guy like Johnny Manziel, when it comes to the work I do with college athletes and high school athletes and talking about that transition and talking about this NIL world and transfer portal and the whole thing, you know, that was an episode where I was like, look, if I'm doing my homework, I got to listen to this entire thing. I looked at it like it was more of a job for me to listen to the entire thing. And man, did Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football brought it. All right. And again, go listen to the episode yourself, especially if you're into the sports world and you're into the world of influencing young college, high school athletes transitioning from high school to college. If you're in that coaching world, strongly recommend you listen to the entire episode, all right? But in terms of what we're going to talk about today, in terms of today's Move Swiftly thought, I want to emphasize a point that he made, that Johnny Manziel made in that interview where he was talking about his position coach when he was at Texas A&M. That freshman year, he was the first freshman to win the Heisman, as many of you may know, may or may not know. First freshman to win the Heisman, and he spoke about Cliff Kingsbury, who was his position coach at the time, spoke about him. He said, look, I needed him, man. I needed him because I was starting to sway. And I'll play the clip for you. But he talked about how he needed him when, you know, things were getting rough. And I'm telling you, it actually pulled on the heartstrings. It actually gave me goosebumps, because I tell coaches all the time, whenever I'm doing a workshop or I'm addressing a large group of coaches, I tell them all the time, I tell them, look, there's two things in terms, I give them my story and I say, look, I'm here, I'm speaking to you guys, I'm coaching you guys because I got lucky. I hit the coaching lottery. I had the best. I can name all of my position coaches, and I'm telling you, had the best combination of position coaches, from first one to Coach Mike Wills, to Coach Steve Getting High School, to, Coach Carl Torbish, the late Carl Torbish, who actually I found out had passed away while I was writing Transfer in D1, which is a book you can pre-order, and it's available for pre-order. It's going to be ready really soon. Just get it on D1transfer.com. But had Carl Torbish, who was a former head coach who came back to Carson Newman, a Division II program, to just be a position coach, all right? Had him. And then I was working at a gym, and I had personal trainers like guys like Omar, you know, who bled into me, really were with me from a day-to-day standpoint, teaching me how to be a businessman, develop clients, find people, you know, work the business. And then, you know, when I got to Stony Brook, I had two position coaches, Coach Trick, my linebackers coach, and then when I moved to fullback, I had Jonathan Woods. And in between that, there was guys like Richie Richards, Mike DeReese, all these people. You know, those position coaches are so important in terms of the glue that builds a program, the glue that builds a business, the position coach, the power of that position coach. Again, I can go on and on and on. I have story after story with each individual one, things that I can actually talk to, like not exaggerated. I could talk about this kind of stuff for hours. But as far as, just give you a quick example, because it's important that you know how these videos actually got started. It was because I took the initiative to find someone, hire someone, be a part of a program that I could find someone that could teach me how to really get what he got. You know, that's the power of a great position coach. A great position coach is going to be the guy that you look at as a client, as the person, right, and say, I want that. I want all of that. And when I first came across Dre Baldwin's stuff, man, I was like, look, I want him to teach me that. Give me all of that. all that. And I remember actually when it was during one of our coaching calls, because again, I'm the client, he's the coach, one of our coaching calls, when he was telling me, look, as a speaker, Aswand, if you're trying to be a speaker, I'm not seeing enough of you speaking on camera. This was about 2.5 years ago now, where I put my first video out, and I was recording it like this. I was recording it just like this, right? And I put my first video out and I showed him during the coaching call. And the first thing, he didn't even listen to the video. First thing he tells me is, all right, when you're recording videos, go like that. Go like that, because now you're talking to people. Now you're talking directly to people. And results are, 2 years later, I have a YouTube channel that's monetized, that's actually bringing in a revenue stream. And now we just grow from there. Understand that, guys. Understand. This isn't bullshit. I'm telling you. These are the things. This is the power of a position coach and the kind of influence and the way they can help grow your business in ways you cannot. All right. Again, trust me, I have a whole lot more on this. I can go for hours, but I'm gonna wheel myself back in before I start talking too much. Make sure you make the investment, because it's gonna be an investment in you in terms of who you hire to help you build your business and all that kind of stuff. All right. Main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work, makeyourmove.com. That's makeyourmove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.